Today I will show you how to create this interesting photo manipulation. So let's start. Hi guys, my name is Nemanja Sekulic and welcome to another fun episode. Today we will spend our time creating this interesting photo manipulation and hopefully you will learn some new stuff. So let's jump straight into Photoshop and let's the fun begin. Alright guys, today we will start with this image, and first thing what I want to do is to extract this woman out of the background, and for that I will use the quick selection tool and just quickly select her out of the background. Okay, let me see. This is okay, like so. That's nice, and let me see here, this part. And if you selected more than you want, just press Alt or Option key and then you will remove unwanted parts. Alright, and now when I have this rough selection, I will just go into the Select and Mask, or in an earlier version Photoshop Refine Edge dialog box here, and I just want to refine these edges a little bit more. Okay. Let me see, it's not bad. I will not refine the upper part of the head and this hat, what she's wearing, because I will not need that part of the image for a final result, and I will just leave it like so. I just want to refine this a little bit. Okay, and let me see, that's nice, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and when you're satisfied with that, just press OK, and we are now back here. Okay, we can press Q on a keyboard to enter a quick mask tool, and we can use a brush, B for a brush, and let's use harder brush, something like 80% or so, and we can refine this selection manually if you want to do that. I'll just quickly refine it. Okay, something like so, it's nice, and let me see here, if I use a softer brush and just paint over this, it will be nice. Okay, I miss this one with the quick selection tool, but that's why I'm using this manual method. Right, and let me see here, I will just use the harder brush and swap the colors. I will use black color and just refine this like so, maybe like so, and here, oops, I want to fix this a little bit. We can always fix it later if we miss something, but I'll try to do everything now. That's nice. Let me see. And just quickly to fix this edge. Alright. And now when you're satisfied with your selection, just press again Q to exit the quick selection mode and press this button to enter to place the layer mask on it. Alright. And now we need to recreate this background, okay? Because we don't have it. How to do that? Well, first we need to create empty layer below this one by holding Ctrl Command key and click on the new layer. Okay, this will be background, and I will use brush tool and press and hold Alt key or Option key on a Mac, and just with eyedropper tool select the color. Then I will swap the colors with the X on the keyboard, and again Alt or Option key to use eyedropper tool and just sample this brighter color like so. That's great. Now I will use this gradient tool and I will choose foreground to background. Okay, and I will go to the background layer. First I want to show the layer mask, and I will use the radial one. Okay, choose the radial one here and just make some radial background. That's really nice. Let me see. Here it's good, and here it's pretty much okay. If you're not satisfied, you can always transform it with Ctrl Command T and stretch it even more, maybe something like so. And I think now it's better on this side, and press OK. That's really, really nice. Alright, the next step will be to cut the upper part of her head and to recreate the lower part of the head to create something like empty cup look, something like that. So you will see in a second. Alright, to do that I will first create a new empty layer to use it as a helper, and I will delete it later. So I will use a brush and I will just draw the path that I need to make. I will cut this face something like maybe from here, something like so. Then here is the part for the nose, and here it's another part, and then all around the head to finish the cut. Okay, let's lower the opacity, and now let's use P on a keyboard for a pen tool, and let's start, for example, here and make first, then second part for nose, okay, something like so, and third part for this cheek, something like so. Let's move it. I'm holding Control Command key and I move this point here, and then let's go all around her and let's finalize this. Let me see. Okay, when I finish this path, I will press and hold Control Command key with Enter to have this selection, and I will hold Control or Command key because I have black as a background color with the backspace, and I will fill layer mask with the black color. So let's deselect that and let's delete this helper layer because I don't need it anymore, and let's fix now this layer mask. Okay, let's fix it. Let's go here and let me see, I'm using hard brush, that's nice, and just fix this part because I will not need this anymore because I don't have the upper part of her head. That's nice. And let's fix this a little bit more. Like so, it's nice. And now let's fix this. I don't want this part here. Okay. Something like this. And I don't want this and this. And let me see. Let's leave this hair here and erase everything else. Something like so. That's pretty much okay. You can spend even more time here creating this selection better, but for now, for this tutorial, that's pretty much okay. Alright, I will use stamp tool here and go on layer and just fix this hairs because I will not need that anymore because I don't have the upper part of the hair of the head, and that's it. Now we have the part of the selection done. Okay, the next step is to recreate the back part of the head, so let's do that. I will create another empty layer and I will use a brush and just create something like so. I need that part to be something like so, and then we will fill this all with the color, okay, to have like empty cup look. Right, let's lower this opacity and again use P on a keyboard for a pen tool and just press and click here, and again press and click on the other corner and just create the arch, create this curve as you want it, something like so. Maybe let's zoom it. If you want to modify it, press Control Command key and just modify by moving this handle. And I think this is really, really nice. Let's go all around here. Okay, and press Control Command with Enter to load the selection. So I don't need this anymore, but I don't need selection to be all over her face. I want to minus that part of the selection. How to do that? Well, I will just press and hold Control and Alt or Command and Option key and click on the layer mask to minus all that part of the selection, and now I have a perfect selection. So let's create a new layer and let's fill it with, let me use some darker colors, something like So maybe, I don't know, we will see. Let's fill it with that. And let's deselect it. Now we have something. But now we need to dodge this to make the impression that this is actually empty part of the head. That's not just head, cut it in half. So I will use curves, clip it on this layer here, and let's delete this one because we don't need it anymore, and make it a little bit darker. That's nice. And then I will invert the layer mask, and I will use a brush, soft brush, something like so. And then I will paint with the white and maybe 10% opacity. This part I need to darken this part, and I will brighten up this part later, but I need to darken this. Okay, that's nice. And let's create another curves adjustment layer and brighten everything up, something like so. And let's darken this a little bit more. Okay, especially this part. And now we have impression that this is actually empty cup. We can desaturate this if we want. Let's use hue and saturation, clip it, and we can desaturate it, and we can make it even brighter maybe. I don't know, something like so. That's nice. The next step is to create this edge all around the, I don't know, the lid of the face. Okay, and how to do that? Well, it's pretty easy. Just go here. Let's name this outer selection. Okay, I think we can spell like this or with double T, I don't know. But this is outer selection, all right? And we'll press Ctrl Command key to load that selection. Go to the select, modify, and contract. And I will contract by, let's use 10 to see. Yeah, 10, it's really good. And I will make a new layer, but I will make it below by holding Ctrl Command and just click it. And I will I will type inner selection. Okay. And I will fill that with any color. Okay, just like so. If you can see, I fill that with the same color. That's why we cannot see it. All right, and now I will load the outer selection. Yeah, I think it's with 2T, but never mind. And press and hold Control and Alt or Command and Option key to remove the inner selection, something like so. And now we have the lid selection, okay? And I will create a new layer for that. And I will paint that something very bright, something like so. Let me see. That's nice. All right, and I will put all the way up and deselect. Now we have this lid. It's really nice. You can put some texture here if you want. I will show you just quickly how to do that. Double tap on that or double click on that layer. Okay, and just go here to the, let me see, pattern overlay, and choose some pattern of all these kind of patterns. I don't know, let's use this one and maybe put it in a linear light, or yeah, and you can lower the opacity here and scale it to be a little bit smaller. And that's nice, and press OK. You can do the same with this part, but I will not do that. This is really nice for now. Alright, the next step will be to duplicate this face to make it smaller and to put it in the hole of the face that we created. So let's do that. Alright, before we do that, let's rename this layer to Edge. Okay, and let's group everything here together, Control Command G, and let's rename it to Face 1. Face 1, that's nice. And now we need to merge everything together, except the background. So to do that, it's famous shortcut Shift Control Alt E or Shift Command Option E on a keyboard. And then let's bring back the background, and we have two copies of the same thing. So we now need to make this face a little bit smaller and to put it inside of this face. So this face needs to be visible only where this inner selection is. So to do that, we will first rename this to face number 2. Face number 2, okay. And we need to load the inner selection as a mask to this layer here, to face number 2. So to do that, just load the selection from an inner selection layer by pressing Control Command key and click on that, and go to the Phase 2 layer and press on the mask button. That's nice. Now we need to unlink this chain icon between the mask and the layer, because we don't want to move the mask, only the layer. So if I now press Control Command T and make this smaller, that's nice, but because we will repeat this step once more, we will need again this inner selection. And as I make this Phase 2 smaller, I will need to make the inner selection smaller too. So how to do that? Well, it's pretty easy. Just go to the inner selection layer and copy it, Control Command J, and put it all the way up and make him invisible, hide him, okay? And just select both of those layers and press Control Command T and make both of them smaller. So let me see, that's nice. I want this to be from edge to edge, and just move it a little bit up just before the lips. Something like so. I think it's really nice. All right, and when I'm satisfied with that, let's move it a little bit more. Something like so. Press OK on the keyboard, enter on the keyboard, and that's it. Now we need to refine this mask. Go on the mask here of Phase 2 layer, and with the white brush, just reveal the upper part of the face, and that's nice. Now we need to remove unwanted parts. I don't want this. I just want here the face to be visible without anything else, like so. And then when I fix this side, I will go to the other side. That's nice. Okay, let's go to the other side and fix this one too. That's really nice. And now we have this layer small as it should to be. Okay, right now we will repeat the previous step to create one more face in the previous one. So let's do that. All right, to do that, we need to duplicate this Phase 2 layer with Control Command J and rename it into face number 3. That's nice. And we need this inner selection again. But before that, we need to get rid of this layer mask. We will say Apply Layer Mask, right click and say Apply Layer Mask. And then we want to load this inner selection by clicking Control Command key and click on that layer. So go to the Phase 3 layer and load the layer mask. That's nice. Now we need to link the link between the layer and the mask, and just make this layer a little bit smaller. We don't need to make inner selection smaller again, because we will not make the fourth face. But if you want to have 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many faces, you need to make inner selection to transform inner selection with the face like we did in the previous step. Okay, so I think this is nice. Maybe it's a little bit smaller, something like so. Let me see. Yeah, that's nice. And I will press OK and move it a little bit up, something like so. Okay, and again I will go here to the layer mask, and with the white brush I will reveal everything that I want to be visible. That's really nice. And if we unzoom it, we will see almost complete photo manipulation. We now have face in a face in a face. And that's it for this step. Okay. The next step will be to put some flowers in the image, into those face holes. Let's do it. Alright, we will use these several different flowers, and they are pretty easy to extract because they are on a black background. So how to extract them? First I need to unlock the background, okay, and I will use the magic wand tool. And maybe tolerance of 32 or something like that. Let's leave 32. Okay, and just press and hold shift and click a few more times on the black, and then delete the background. That's nice. Now I will move it on our image here, and I will use the eraser tool to erase this, some leftovers. Alright, let's go to another one. W on the keyboard for magic wand tool, and I will just quickly select this. Let me see, it's nice. Alright, let's unlock it and delete the background. That's really nice. And we can move it again here. I will not spend a lot of time here because of the time of this tutorial, but you can spend as much time as you want to fix all these things really nice. Okay, let's move this one here and let's go to the next one. W and just press and hold shift. That's nice. Delete the background and move those flowers here. And I think I have another one. Okay, let me see. That's nice. Okay, I can get rid of this. Okay, and here, let's see. Nice. Okay, unlock it, delete the background. Nice. Okay, put it here and let me see if I have another one. Yeah, I have another one. And this one, it's easy one. Unlock it, delete this and just move it over here. That's really, really nice. So let's go to the full screen again. And now we will put flower by flower inside those holes. So I will put this flower somewhere here, for example, or maybe here, maybe make it smaller. I'll do this pretty fast, but you can spend a little bit more time rearranging these flowers here. Okay, I will load this inner selection first, put the mask on that flower, load this inner selection. Yeah, I don't have that, but it's easy. Just go on the face number 3 with the magic wand and click on that and you will really easily load this. Okay, and just go here on the mask and you want to delete everything what is outside of this selection and below, okay? And you need to invert the selection. Shift Control I or Shift Command I on the keyboard and just with the black brush just erase this. Maybe I can leave this part. Okay, that's really, really nice. Okay, let's use this one. Make mask, move it here, and let's make it a lot smaller, for example. Well, let's put it somewhere here, why not? Maybe I can rotate it and put it right here. Okay, and then I can delete this manually. I don't need the selection for this. Just be a little bit careful. Something like so, and that's really, really nice. Then let's go to the next one. Load layer mask. It's those flowers. Let's make them smaller. You can put it here on the lips or somewhere else. I'll make it even smaller. Maybe like so. Put it here. Then go to the next one. Make a mask. And yeah, I will put this all the way here. And maybe I will make it smaller, but just a little bit, something like so. And again, I will go to the face tree, use a magic wand and just load this selection here and go here, invert the selection, Shift Control I or Shift Command I, and with the black brush just erase that. That's really, really nice. Go to the next one. I hope that I'm not so quick. I hope that you can follow me. Make it smaller, right? Make it even smaller, something like so. And yeah, put it here. And I will erase this manually, something like so. Let me see. That's nice. If you miss it, just swap the colors and paint back with the white brush. That's nice. And this is the last one. Oops, don't crop it, just move it. Let me see if I put it here and make it a lot smaller and maybe rotate it horizontally, flip it horizontally. No, let's leave it like so. It's nice. It's not bad actually, but I can put it here. Why not? Let's put it here. And we don't need to make a mask because it will be masked by this flower. That's really nice. Let me see. We can now duplicate these tulips here. Control Command J and move them maybe on this side and flip it horizontally and maybe make it a little bit smaller. and put them all the way down behind all layers. See? Something like so. And we can get rid of this layer mask. We'll make a new one. Just delete layer mask and create a new one. Now we have more things to work with. All right, and just paint this with the black. Okay, like so. That's nice. And let me see. We can now change the color of this into maybe orange or red. Control or we will use adjustment layer, hue and saturation, and clip it on these tulips here. And we will go to the yellows and we will just change the hue of the yellows. Maybe red, it's not bad. Red, it's not bad. Orange or something like so. It's nice. Yeah, that's really nice. And that's okay for now. So you can rearrange those flowers as you like it. I don't know. You can put it somewhere else, but I like it here. And this is really fast method. So the next step is to create some shadows from the flowers. Let's do that pretty quickly and finalize the image. So to do that, I will create a shadow layer. Let me see, what is this? This is phase 3, yeah, and those are flowers. Let's group all flowers into one group and let's rename it flowers. I don't need this layer anymore. Those are flowers and phase 1, phase 2, okay, and I will put a new layer here. Let's name shadows, okay. And now we can use maybe black brush and opacity maybe 10 or so, really soft brush, and just paint some. You can put it in a multiply blending mode actually and use some dark color like so, and just paint with that. Just put some shadows here. Okay, something like so, and here needs to be some shadow, and maybe here inside, why not, and here it's need to be a little bit darker, and here of course. And let's group all of this into one group, and let's name these faces and clip the shadow on the faces here, because we don't want this shadow to be on a background. All right, and now it's better. Something like so maybe, and make this darker, and this part here, like from the flower here, and maybe here from this leaf, I don't know. And this is really quickly, guys. You need to spend a lot more times to create the shadows here, to be more realistic and more interesting, and to cut these flowers a little bit better. But this is just me showing you how to do that. You need to know how to do it, and then you will make it really better. I can make the shadow here from the nose on this face, and here from the nose on this face. It's not bad. And that's basically it. Alright guys, you can create those shadows much better. I'm now just showing you what you need to do. If you watch my tutorial how to create realistic shadows, you can find a link here. You will know how to create really good, nice looking shadows. You need to colorize this shadow a little bit to match the shadow from the nose, etc. Right, the next and the last step is to color correct this image, and we are done. So let's do that. Alright, let's first merge everything together with Shift Ctrl Alt E or Shift Command Option E on a Mac, and we can colorize this in a few different ways. But I will use the camera raw filter because I love that it's everything in one place. It's really easy. And first I will make this a little bit colder and a little bit greenish, like so. Boost the contrast up, a little bit of the clarity, just a touch. And vibrance, something like so. Then maybe dehaze it a touch. I like something like so. I don't want to add a vignette because it's already here. See? I don't need it. Right, and I want to use these split toning options. I want to add some warm tones in the highlights, something like so, and maybe to cool down shadows a little bit more. All right, and maybe to sharpen a little bit. Let me see. Something like so, it's nice. Let me see, P on a keyboard for before and after. Before and after, it's really, really nice. So press OK, and let me see, before and after, that's nice. I will crop this in 16:9 because I like that crop, okay, and something like so, and let me see, that's nice, that's it, we are basically done. Just before and after color correction, before and after. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope that you liked this tutorial and that you learned something new out of it. Please, when you're doing your own photo manipulations, spend a little bit more time with your images. Go a little bit more into the details, refine things a little bit better, and you will have much better results. Practice, experiment, and have fun with your images. If you have some questions about this episode or something else, please leave them in the comments below. I will be glad to answer them. See you next week in the next fun episode. Bye bye.